So this is part one on the Predator 670 Sears tractor project. So before I get into it, I'm just going to kind of explain what the future holds for this tractor and this engine in this tractor. So basically, in this video, of course, I'm going to just get this engine mounted and just do minimal as possible just to get it running and driving, so it's not going to be perfect. However, it is going to be mounted, more or less permanently until I restore it. So of course, I got to remove this throttle box where key switch and all that stuff is, and just kind of have that hanging up here just for now. I'm not going to hook all the wiring and stuff up yet because this tractor is going to get completely tore apart. Fully restored. I do have to make a custom hood for it. I know that already because this exhaust is not going to fit underneath the factory Sears hood. And the ones over there are not the right hoods. I'm just kind of using that as a kind of a guide so I know about how far forward it has to be. Of course, right now, this is where the front grille mounts. It's way too far forward. I'm hoping once the switch box comes off, I can move it back far enough, and then that should work. And I'm hoping I can have the side of the hood come straight across right here and not have to have a cut for this air filter box, but we'll have to see. I do want the engine as far that way as possible. However, you can see the belt right now is coming this way, meaning it already has to go that way. So that's unfortunate. But we'll just have to see what happens. So what I'm going to do is get this key switch box pulled off, and then just kind of have that pulled off to the side, and then kind of see what stuff looks like, and we'll go from there. Alright, so of course I got that key switch box thing off, and I got a few more ideas with it. So of course now it lines up pretty decent with the pulley up there, and plenty of room for whatever pulley I put on here, so that's nice. The front grille bracket will bolt on here perfectly because you can see where it was. The engine is behind that, so that's good. The inside bolt here will fit perfectly fine underneath the frame here. And then the back ones are the same way, so I can get all 4 bolts in there with no issue. This side of the hood here is going to be really tight on here because I had one of those sitting on here. It's hard to tell because, of course, the exhaust hits, and I'm not going to pull that exhaust off just to check. But otherwise, I'm going to make my own hood and then use the factory nose cone like I've done before. And then it might have to be an inch or 2 longer, but that's not a big deal because I'll just, make the whole hood from scratch out of some sheet metal. So that's no problem. One thing that is a problem is the oil dipstick, which I think I'm going to do what the GT199, Roper 20T, etc., has, where there's a cutout there for the spark plug. Basically, this just has a hole there. So that should be pretty simple. I'll just have to cut the firewall and battery tray slightly, but that's not too big of a deal. And then this firewall here, I'm going to probably just notch out here, and then I'm going to make a pipe angle that comes this way, so the exhaust doesn't just shoot at that. Otherwise, I'm going to get the engine bolted down, some oil put in it, and then come back, go from there. So of course, I have the engine on the floor. And it turns out I went to start marking the holes, and check this out. That hole, and then that one are in exactly the same spot that my holes need to be. So I'm guessing somebody had already a 670 in this tractor at one point, so that's pretty cool. And of course these 2 tabs here, and then that hole here, and that one is for the owning, and then these 4 here in the middle don't belong there. And it's just like, what are the odds of that? So now I can just put the engine back in without drilling any holes. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, it run and drives actually pretty good. The pulley is just kind of stuck on the side. It's a little small than I'd like. It's only a 3-inch pulley, stock is a 4. I'm probably going to put on there like a 5 or a 6 just because it has plenty of power. And then have another pulley to run like PTO attachments. So then that way it's still, you know, capable as it was when it was new. Actually, it'd be more capable because this engine is a monster compared to any of the ones they originally put in these. So that is going to be it for this video, and there'll be plenty more coming very soon on this machine. And that's going to be pretty exciting. So thanks for watching,